Probably the worst part on the boat is the bottom of the paint locker, which has some sort of unidentifiable mixture at the bottom that I'm trying to chisel out. Some sort of mixture of oil and paint and resin and who knows what that's been spilled down there over the years. It smells pretty bad and it's semi-solid. It's kind of like trying to chisel tar. But that's pretty nasty. It'll be nice to get that cleaned up. And the cleanup continues here with taking out the old aluminum flame guard from underneath the stove because there was no way to clean it.
We're ripping all the overhead out from over the galley stove, wearing masks and trying not to breathe too much of it in, but you can see it all coming off in fibers and nastiness. Alright, to finish getting all the stuff out of the galley, I also discovered that there's this piece of wood that's been fiberglassed in here as trim. So now I'm trying to rip all this out, and those little dots of light here that you can see, those are where the rub rails are fastened onto the side of the boat. As I've decided that I have to take this shelf out, and there's some screws underneath that are kind of painted in and hard to get out. I've already taken all the fiberglass tape out from the back end that holds that in. So now I just have to unscrew it from the bulkheads, and then we should be able to get this out. And we need to get that out so that we can access some of these holes back here behind the reefer box, because you can't get in them with the shelf in the way. Yay.
One of the problems we have on idle clean is the falling down headliner, which has all these vinyl panels like that. That's the pile of insulation removed from all these lockers. This is the starboard side bookshelf area, and this is not terribly surprising, but I have ripped off the insulation around here and have exposed some of the rub rail, the nuts holding on the rub rail, and also the chain plates. These are chain plate bolts here. And as you can see, there's obviously been a lot of weeping, and there's a lot of rust on the stainless.
Here we see another problem area of the boat. Around the heater we have a few panels of suspect insulation here. Also here, here, there, and one last panel behind the heater. So we can see that, especially around where the hinge is, here, this piece that's gone over the hinge has been making dust, and you can see it's been falling down there. I just finished cleaning down in this area here and that area, ripping out all the old shelves. That's what I just took out, because these areas were pretty much impossible to get into beforehand. Now it's much more accessible. I'll be able to get in there and clean things out.
Okay, there is the bottom of the chain locker. That's where I just pulled all that chain out. It goes up through that kind of pipe and out where the windlass is there. You can see it hasn't been cleaned out in a while. That's the mission now. Here in the engine room, current project is getting all the oil. There's a couple of quarts of oil down at the bottom of this old tank. This used to be a water tank. Now there's a bladder in here for fresh water for flushing the head. Well, I say it was a water tank. It was either water or fuel. You can see it's next to the engine here. And Harry decided to cut the tank out and open it up. So now I'm about to bail it out with a cut-off beer can and stick all the waste oil in there to get rid of it. Here's our battery situation. Wiring not the best that I've seen. A lot of stuff just twisted together. A lot of random wires going everywhere and alligator clips. You can see it here, it's underneath the steps. And right here is an old pressure kerosene tank for old stove. So the electrical system's going to need a little bit of attention sometime soon.